I'm Bert Sadtler. Welcome to Boxwood Strategies. Have you ever wondered how the recruiting model used by headhunters really works and why it may be overdue for a change? Let's unpack the headhunter recruiting model and identify 3 reasons why it needs a change, while at the same time emphasize that hiring people needs to be conducted with a different approach than a commission or a transactional model. Finally, I'll suggest some different questions that your business might ask a prospective recruiting partner. Reason 1. Isn't everything in a name? Let's start at the beginning. The first thing that the headhunter model greets you with is the name itself, Headhunter. If hiring the right talent is a critical part of a business's success and your business has leaders called directors, CEOs, VPs, and managers, shouldn't we have something better than Headhunter for the individual that your business trusts to bring great talent? What do you think when you hear the word Headhunter? Baseball defines it as a pitcher who throws at the batter's head. Wikipedia says it's a savage who cuts off the heads of his enemies. Do these sound like something your business would pay for to add great talent? If we're going to think about a different approach, let's start with the optics. Reason 2. What is in it for you? Since successful hiring needs to deliver value to the employer as well as to the candidate, shouldn't you, the business leader, or you, the candidate, feel that this model is designed to deliver value to you? Who does the headhunter's business model really serve? The model is based on a straightforward commission fee scale. The more the employer agrees to pay the newly hired candidate during the first year, the more the commission is paid to the recruiter, kind of like a property listing. However, the fallacy here is that the highest paid talent is not always the best fit for your business, and this model rewards the headhunter for submitting candidates who will drive the highest recruiting fee. I'm not here to challenge the commission fee-based model. It works well for transactions and for commodities, and as well as property listings. But when it comes to the hiring of people, isn't there a much better model? Reason 3. Does the model have alignment? Simply put, the employer needs to hire a great fit while the recruiter is looking for a commission. How can these goals match up? Shouldn't the model align with the goals and objectives of the employer? Shouldn't the model serve the employer as a trusted advisor? Where does this model identify the candidate as being a great fit? The model is so far out of alignment that your business could find itself in direct competition with your headhunting recruiter. What model makes sense when you're in competition with the person that your company is paying a fee to? I'll explain. Let's assume that while using a headhunter, your business is also searching for talent. And that's not unusual, but this is where candidates find themselves caught between headhunting recruiters who spend more time registering the candidate as their candidate than they spend time discussing the hiring opportunity. The race for competition is for the headhunter to register the candidate before your business identifies the candidate through your own business efforts. Remember, the only way the headhunter can earn their commission is for their candidate to be hired. Therefore, the emphasis becomes more about owning the candidate than about solving the business problem by hiring the right fit. The commission model has moved recruiting into a transactional event. Hiring people is not transactional because we are not a commodity or a widget or a property listing, and we're certainly not human capital. What might be a better way? As a CEO or business leader, what could you ask a recruiting professional that might take this in a different direction? A lot of employers are asking recruiters, how do you find candidates? It's kind of an obvious question. But since the recruiter is representing your business, perhaps better questions might include these examples. Explain how the business part of your recruiting model aligns with the success of my business. Or show me examples of what you'll say to prospective candidates as you're representing my company. Or how much time will you take understanding my organization and our culture? Or talk me through how you'll promote my company's job description to prospective candidates, how you'll promote my company to prospective candidates, and finally, what you'll communicate when our company has declined to go further with a candidate. In summary, wouldn't hiring models work best when there is more focus on human interaction, not more focus on transactions or commodities? Let's remember, there's nothing more complex than the people who are in your organization. We need to think of hiring differently than the commodity or the transaction model if we want a better outcome. Shouldn't business model relationships between a recruiting expert and a business leader be designed for alignment, trust, and goals in common? I wish you good hunting.